So it's not my intention to upset anybody in this particular video or recording, because it's not really a video anymore, is it? A video was a video player. Now it's, what is it, a digital recording, so who knows. Anyway, what I want to talk about is gold diggers. Gold diggers, that's right. I mean, how is it still a thing? I mean, how is it still going? Why do they get away with it? Seriously. Somebody explain it to me. Just someone justify it. Look at this. I can think of Tiger Woods, second wife, got 50 million. 50 million. 50 million. What was she? A babysitter? $250 million. What for? Did she cure cancer? Invent Wi-Fi? I don't think so. She married a guy who hits a small white ball really well. And when that relationship ended, she walked away with a fortune the size of a small country's GDP. And people actually defend this. They defend it. It's acceptable. Oh, but he cheated on her. Yeah, the relationship's over, isn't it? You get on, get out, move on. It's not a personal injury claim, is it? What is this, a workplace accident? Sorry, love, let me just fill out that I banged my secretary compensation form. Right, yeah, and here's half my assets as well. But no, she hung around like a jaded cop trying to hit her 10-year pension. That's not a marriage, that's a long con. And this is the real epidemic. This is it. Every night I turn on the news and I'm waiting for someone, anyone to address it. Gold digging whores, every night. I bring this up and people react like I'm saying that the moon's made of cheese, like I'm some conspiracy theorist. Oh, but Jason, not all women are like that. Oh, come on now. I never said all women, but the ones I'm talking about, the ones who are, the ones that exist, that we all know about, that we all know exist. You know what gold digging is, right? It's the domestic abuse of men. Yeah, I said it. That's what gold diggers are, the wife beaters of the divorce court. Except they don't leave a Rihanna-shaped lump on your face. They just leave you broken, living in a one-bedroom flat, paying alimony while she's on a yacht in Ibiza. But no one talks about that, do they? Because men getting destroyed financially is hilarious. Have you ever seen how society reacts to a man getting rinsed in court? Oh, well, he's an idiot, isn't he? Right, so why do we feel bad for women who date losers? She didn't know he was a cheater. Well, mate, he didn't know she was fucking a bank robber, did he? A woman cuts her husband's dick off, throws it in the garbage disposal, turns that on, and that's it. What's the reaction you get? Classic. You think if a man removes a woman's tit, chucked it in the dryer, and hit high spin, people would be joking the same way? The entire country would grind to a halt. There'd be like a silence at the football games. Like ribbons would be worn, and like news anchors would be crying. The Premier League would have a special pink armband for the month. But when it happens to a bloke, hey Stumpy, shouldn't have got married, should you? I mean, look at this. What was it? There's this guy. I don't know. Let's just use Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's one that comes to mind. Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger. That is probably one of the best examples you could get from someone who literally is a fucking legend. Yeah. Think about it. Think about what he's pulled off. Think about what this bloke's done. He's born in Austria. I don't even know where that is. Austria, a place famous for skiing and starting world wars. He could have had a normal life. He could have worked a 9 till 5, sold cuckoo clocks, maybe inherited the family schnitzel shop. But no, that wasn't enough for Arnie. He decided, I'm going to be the biggest bodybuilder in the world. Not just a good bodybuilder, but the greatest of all time. And he did it. He's 7-time Mr. Olympia, completely changed fitness industry, completely changed it. Made weightlifting cool. He could have retired right there. But no, next challenge, you'll take that. I'm going to go to Hollywood. Now, at this point, any sane person would have laughed. Would have said, what are you doing? What do you mean going to Hollywood? You barely speak English. You sound like a malfunctioning GPS. No one's going to cast you. But that's, what do? He grinds, he hustles, he takes any role he can get, and then, boom, Terminator, Predator, Total Recall, True Lies, and the one-liners that are still great, they're still legendary today. I'll be back. Get to the chopper. Hasta la vista, baby. I mean, this become like the biggest, he was literally the biggest action star in the planet. 82 words, I think he said, in Terminator 1. 82 words. So he couldn't say anything else. But did he rest on his laurels there? No, he didn't. He looked at Hollywood and conquered it and said, right, what's next? I know what I'll do. I'm going to marry American royalty. So he marries a fucking Kennedy. At this point, his life looks like something a 12-year-old kid could just make up on the spot, some big fantasy. Yeah, so I'm going to be like the strongest man in the world, and I'm going to be like a huge movie star, and then I'm going to marry into royalty. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then, guess what he did then? He was the governor of California. Mate, I can't believe, like, this is a man that couldn't even pronounce the state. The key probably couldn't even say California properly. Yeah, and somehow he did it, and then it all falls. All falls apart after decades of nothing but success, decades of proving people wrong. He makes one mistake, and suddenly everything he built, his career, his legacy, his reputation, gone. And over what? Let me tell you what. Shall I tell you what? Do you not know? Some maid, not a supermodel, not a A-list actress. Nope. He risked everything for a woman who looked like she just clocked out of a Waffle House night shift. And that's what blows my mind. The media went after him like he was a villain on all of this. But what about her? She was always called the maid. She was just dusting the shelves one day, and Arnie, fully clothed, fell right on into her, just by accident. No one called her a homewrecker, did they? No one called her a gold digger, did they? No one called her what she was. Because here's the truth. If Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger, she would never have touched him, not even with a 10-foot basketball. And what does he get for all of this? The divorce courts stripped him clean. His wife leaves him. His legacy gets tainted. Oh, and the maid? Yeah, she's doing just fine. You think if she had been caught shagging the pool boy, she'd be losing half of her fortune? Of course not. Because that's not how the reality of this works. The reality of success, and that's the lesson here. It doesn't matter how hard you work. It doesn't matter what you achieve. It doesn't matter if you go from nothing to everything, because the second you let the wrong woman into your life, she can take half of it overnight. You think you're in control? Mate, even Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger couldn't survive it. And if he can't survive it, what chance do you have? So if you've got something to lose, protect it. Because there's always a maid lurking somewhere, waiting to clean you out. But why? Why do it, men? Why do men do it? Why do we do it? Why do they do it? Why do men do this? And every time people say the same thing. But Jason, why do men do this? I'm like, why do you think? Why do they risk it all? Mate, you have no idea what it's like to have a dick. It's not just a body part. It's a life coach with terrible advice. It's there 24/7, whispering in your ear like the worst motivational speaker ever. Do it, just do it. No, don't think of it. Do it. That's what's going on. There's no self-control. There's no rational thinking. There's no fear of consequences. Your dick doesn't care about your empire, your reputation, your multi-million divorce settlement waiting to happen. No. It sees it as an opportunity and turns into a gambling addict at the casino. All in, mate. Trust me. We've got this. What's the worst that could happen? No one's going to catch us. And the worst part, there's no help, no support, no hotline, nothing. Not even for the rich blokes getting thrown into the divorce wood chopper. You get a bad breakup as a woman, you've got support groups, therapists, entire Netflix documentaries about your trauma. A bloke loses half his fortune because he followed his dick's advice. Society shrugs and says, should have kept it in your pants, mate. There's no sympathy, no hotline. No one's lighting a candle for Jeff Bezos, are they? $38 billion divorce. $38 billion divorce costs. And that's the real tragedy. Because if we had a proper helpline for men making bad decisions with their dicks, we might have just saved Tiger Woods, Johnny Depp, and every bloke who's ever paid alimony for a woman who now exclusively communicates through Instagram quotes. And here is the reality, lads. This is the reality. We work our asses off to build everything from nothing, and then just hand it over to some woman who once worked 3 shifts at, I don't know, bar, you could say Hooters, 3 shifts at Hooters, and now sits around with Dorito dust in her cleavage while cashing checks bigger than our life savings. 100 years ago, a bloke got cheated on in business. He'd sort it out with a mob handle. Now we just sit there watching Shark Week, filling our heads with useless information like what to do if you're face to face with a Bengal tiger. Mate, the real danger is not the Bengal tiger. It's a lawyer in a pencil skirt whispering, "I just need your signature while your balls are dragged through the meat grinder." Yeah, that's it. So I'm telling you now, if you build an empire, don't marry someone who's waiting for a no-fault divorce like it's a scratch card. Or, at the very least, get a prenup. Because if you don't, every future ex-wife is already shopping for your money. That's a fact.